Putin and the entire Russian propaganda machine frames this war. They accuse Ukrainians of perpetrating genocide of ethnic Russians, an allegation for which there's zero factual basis. And then they refer to Ukrainians on TV constantly as Ukra-Nazis. They claim that this country, which is led by an elected
Trump
Jewish
Nazis.
president, is run by Nazis.
Trump
And
Putineers.
that Russia has to come in and engineer change of regime and conduct denazification of Ukraine.
This is what they're forcing the kids to learn.
So children are
as of
being
March
taught
1st.
lies at a very young age now.
Children are being taught lies, and this very particular kind of lie that calls to...
Reminds you of everything Alex Jones said.
In this really twisted way, but it also just
Everything Donald Trump said. Everything Bolsonaro said. Everything every one of Putin's puppets ever said.
People who have linguistic, cultural, religious, ethnic affinities, Russians, and people who it's very difficult to find a Russian family that has no connection to Ukraine, either through relatives or through friends that they went to school with, or, in more recent years for middle-class people, a lot of domestic help have been Ukrainians who come to Russia, or who used to come to Russia, which is a much wealthier country, to work as domestic help. But these are tight family connections that, and now people are being told, and children are being taught in particular, that this is the enemy and they're Nazis.
But they're hearing from other people, including protesters in
March
Russia,
4th
that Putin's
dispatch
a liar.
for the New York, you wrote about a poll,
And that message is going to
who's
grow.
responsible for mounting tensions in Ukraine. 3% blamed Russia. This was a poll in Russia. So 3% blamed Russia, 14% blamed Ukraine. And here's the shocker, 60% blamed the U.S. What is behind that?
So the larger historical narrative that the Kremlin has been pushing very, very effectively, and I think it's so effective because this is actually the part that I think Putin firmly believes himself, that the United States is an expansionist power that is interested in taking over the world, and certainly the entire post-Soviet space.
Funny way to stop somebody doing that, by trying to take over the world.
Has a government that is a U.S. puppet.
We had a government that was a USSR, like a Putin puppet.
Russia,
we had Trump, a Russian puppet.
Military bases and weapons close to the Russian border.
We know what it's like to live under Putin
military NATO
for 4
bases
years.
or weapons in Ukraine, where there weren't any weapons until the invasion, because Ukraine is not a member of NATO. But I think the sense that Russia is a fortress under siege, and that the United States is surrounding it with
It's
military,
a self-fulfilling
and
prophecy
they're also talking
Putin
about
decided to make.
biomedical or bioweapon threat. I think there is a genuine element of fear and a sort of sense of having been diminished by the United States to that legend, and that's part of what makes it so effective.
One of the most terrifying things that I